Hi. My name is Eclixto. This is a Dan.
Are you talking loud enough?
I think I'm talking loud enough.
It's entirely possible. Hey,
We'll find out.
Oh.
Anyways, welcome to the channel of Dark Rainbow Idiots.
what's up?
How you doing?
I don't know. This is actually, is this the first vlog?
This is not a first vlog.
No? Well, here.
This is the first vlog here.
Okay, well, welcome. Calixto just actually moved in with myself and my roommates. They're at work at the moment. I'm off today. Yes. Anyway, but yes, welcome to the video. We're going to be doing some, just some basic random questions that we've found on the internet. Hashtag internet, I don't know. And we're just going to be sort of talking about ourselves. And this is going to be, I don't know, both really fun and probably really deep. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But shall we just go ahead and get right into the first question?
Yeah, let's pro-fisted it.
All right.
Woo!
First question: are you hot?
I mean, like, it's pretty cool in here.
Yeah, thankfully, air conditioning is a thing.
Woo!
But anyway,
hot as
skipping
hell
that one.
outside.
Are you rich? No, definitely not.
I am what you call poor.
Yeah, well, maybe not poor, but because
I've
there
got
are
less than
poorer.
I've got less than $5 to my name.
Okay, that's fair. This is being recorded on a phone, so if that tells you anything, are we rich? Then definitely.
I've got a camera, but it doesn't work.
All right. We'll skip the love question. Do you like coffee?
I do like coffee.
Like, do you like just coffee, or do you like coffee sort of drinks, like espresso drinks?
I like milk and sugar
Okay.
with a bit of coffee.
Okay, so stuff like mochas and macchiatos and stuff like that is just. Meh.
Why would you want a nasty milkshake?
I don't know. I mean, they're not that nasty, I guess. I don't know. I like coffee. I work with coffee,
I like
so
caramel coffee.
caramel coffee is actually really
yeah.
good. But yeah, I started working as a barista about 8 months ago, I think. I've worked at a couple of different coffee shops at this point. But it's really enjoyable. There's a certain art to like actually making coffee, especially trying to do the latte art pictures and everything like that. It's insanely difficult, but I'm kind of getting there, kind of. But I like coffee. I do not like black coffee. I have to be in a mood for black coffee.
Black coffee is the coffee I drink when I really don't want to deal with somebody.
How do you take your coffee? Black like my soul. One glass of milk coming right up. All right. What's your dream vacation?
Dream vacation.
Yeah.
After they commercialize space exploration, probably a vacation in the outer atmosphere.
That would be really nice. I feel like you'd have to get used to seeing everybody else just like on a different angle than you. It's like, are they upside down or am I upside down? Because there's not really a down
Well,
in space.
space, it's all perspective based. What you view as a right side up could be any direction.
I don't know. The closest thing I got to like anything close to how I would feel in space is like an amusement park ride.
Really?
Yeah, and it's great because you get in the thing. And they tell you to watch the screen, because if you take your eyes off the screen, you actually feel the entire thing spinning so fast that it feels like it's giving you the G's and everything like that.
Are
And
you talking about Mission Mars?
is that what it's called?
Over in Disney World?
Yeah, over in Disney
Yes.
World. Or
Mission Mars.
was it Mission Mars or just Mission Space?
It's Mission Mars.
Did they change the name?
No. Well, it's a mission to Mars.
Fair enough.
Every time I go on it, I have an absolute blast.
I love Disney World. Like, I wish they had a couple more roller coasters just because I feel like there's, a thrill factor to be had, but at the end of the day, it's also very much a family park, and you don't want to,
If you want roller coasters, go to Universal.
Yeah, I need to go to Universal. I've never been.
Only bad thing about Universal is they always get rid of their older rides to get newer rides, because the older rides either break, Jaws, or they get outdated because of the newer rides and movies and stuff.
That makes sense, but I don't know. Out of the entirety of Universal, I really just want to go to the magical world of Harry Potter.
Disney World of Harry Potter?
The Disney World? Yeah, there we go. I like it. Or
That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Oh.
Wizarding World of
Oh, I
Water.
thought you said Wisney World. I'm like, that's perfect. We should call it okay. Like we're calling it Wisney World from now on.
Blooper.
It's gonna happen. Let's see. What's the last movie you watched?
Marvel's Avengers Infinity War.
Oh yeah, or at least we tried to.
We attempted. We got like an hour and 15 into it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a heart wrencher. Like
It really is.
but it really opens your eyes to a lot of like the actual problems in the universe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
You know, sometimes, let's get real serious. Sometimes I feel like our planet should just right down the middle, 50%. I don't care if you're poor, I don't care if you're rich, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, I don't care about your religion or race. Just down the middle. And we could actually do it based on intelligence and put everyone through a test. If you don't meet the benchmark, off with your head.
well, that could work.
They had a YouTube Red series about that, which is pretty interesting.
Seriously.
Yeah, you guys should go check that out.
And I don't know. I love the fact that we just talked about Endgame without actually spoiling anything.
That was Infinity Wars.
Yeah, not Endgame. Crap. Okay. Anyway, oh gosh, the last movie I watched, I fell asleep watching it. I was watching Howl's Moving Castle last night before I went to bed,
Good
and I need to actually watch it. Like my Studio Ghibli knowledge stops at Ponyo. Like
Really?
all I have seen is Ponyo, which is it's not bad. It's a really cute movie actually. I really like Ponyo.
My sister, Alyssa. By the way, screw you, Alyssa, for taking my dog. Yeah, I don't have a Lucy anymore. I got a Zuko now. Come here.
Come here, Zuko. No?
No.
Alright, he's
All
just
right,
gonna
what-
chill. He's relaxing in the air conditioning like you do.
Anyways, Alyssa, she has like a bunch of Blu-ray Studio Ghiblis. Oh, look at that. He's coming. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Hey, dear Zuko. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? You good boy?
Hey.
Anyways, Alyssa has a bunch of
No.
Studio Ghibli stuff.
Go on. Go
and,
on. You're good.
all of my
No.
Studio Ghibli and all that comes from that.
I remember wanting to watch Studio Ghibli movies whenever I was younger because the art style was always really, really pretty. And the way our roommates put it is that Studio Ghibli films make water look like water feels, and it's an interesting thing to try to think about. But if you ever watch a Studio Ghibli movie, just look at the water, and it's different than any other like animation of water I've ever actually seen.
I think the best animation of water comes out of the Borderlands video games.
Okay, I can level with that. That's pretty sweet.
Like, next time we play Borderlands together, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
2K did a really good job on what water looks like.
Sweet. On the Ghibli note, though, can you imagine just if all anime that we watch currently, you got My Hero Academia, you've got, I don't know,
One Punch Man,
you got
the
One
whole
Punch
9
Man
yards.
and everything, but just imagine it in Ghibli art style.
Be quite awesome.
It really would. There's a couple of animes that actually that keep up with blah blah blah. I can't even talk. But did you ever watch Inuyasha?
I have.
I feel like the older characters and sort of the pulling at the wrinkled skin and everything like that, it really sort of looks like Ghibli's sort of animation, and I've always really enjoyed that. God, I miss that show. It's such a good show.
Honestly, I'm kind of happy it ended.
Yeah, it needed something finite because I mean nothing can really last forever. One Piece, but it's okay.
You know what should last forever?
What's that?
Death Note.
See, I haven't watched like anything Death Note. I
Really?
know, only thing I know about Death Note is what Ryuk
Ryuk, yeah.
and L. That's all I got. And Book dying. I don't know. Like that's about the extent of my knowledge.
And
on
the
Death Note.
collector's mug.
Yeah, and the collector's mug that we have up there. We are currently in the living room where we have a large variety of just various nerd memorabilia. We've got everything from we've got posters up on the walls. We've got these aren't exactly nerdy except for gosh, I can't even remember that one. But we've got nebulas up here. We've got blacklight posters. We've got the periodic table of music. We've got the DC Bombshells up there. We've got Suicide Squad, and we also have just a vast amount of figurines, miniatures, and everything like that. We do everything from like tabletop gaming and everything like that. So it's a lot of fun sort of collecting it until you start running out of space.
So, speaking of poster stuff, I feel like we should put the Minecraft poster right up here. Or over here.
It's landscape, not portrait,
it's landscape,
right?
yes.
Okay, sweet, yeah.
And then we got the Deadpool poster, which I feel like we could go either right here or over there next to Heath.
I still have to put up my Spider-Verse movie poster. It's the one of Miles upside down falling towards Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Is that's portrait, isn't it?
It is portrait, but I don't know if that'll actually go up in the room or out here. So we are dealing with we have a list here that's compiled from the internet of, I think it's 116
I rolled an
different
18,
questions.
so we have to go to the next.
So,
18.
question number 18. What is the size of your bed?
My bed's currently a couch, so
Yeah, we're working on that. What size bed did you have back when you lived at the other place?
twin size.
Twin size?
I think the biggest bed I've ever had was a full size.
Full size is pretty nice. I like queens just because they're a little bit longer, and whenever you're a little on the taller side, your feet don't just kind of dangle off the edge. But my bed is currently a queen, and it is, I swear, it is the greatest thing ever, sleeping diagonally.
Really?
It's just it's wonderful. I mean, you know, having somebody there next to you, like cuddling, is always really good and everything. But whenever it's just you, nothing's better than being able to. It's like, oh, my feet are hot over here, so just go diagonal over to the cold side of the bed. It's like, I'm fine, I'm okay.
When I really like having a big bed, you can just go to the side that's cold and just go back and forth all night.
Yeah, and it's like I try not to do that because I end up sending the covers everywhere. It's just like you put yourself into a tumble dry cycle or something like that, and all of a sudden everything's just a jumbled mess of.
Unfortunately, my issue when it comes to sleeping, if I'm not careful on a big bed, I'll end up with my head at the feet and my feet at the head.
See, I gotta be in a mood for that. That's gotta be a big mood for me to want to like flip down to the other side, and I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I just really want my feet on my pillow. I don't know, but
Well, that's what just happens when I toss and turn enough.
yeah, you just like full 180, and it's fine. That's a-okay.
It happens.
Let's see. As soon as we cover like the rest of, do we need to start rolling both d20 just to see if we can get a higher number?
The max number we can get is 40.
The max number we can get is 40, but then we can roll additional.
Wait, you're right.
All right, so 8 and 18, so 26.
Yep, all right.
When did you last go on vacation? Do we count the wedding?
I mean, like, you could.
You could. Okay, so
I mean, like, I've been on vacation for the last 2 years.
well, fair enough. So last time that we collectively took a vacation, collectively would probably be the beach then.
The lake house?
Oh no, the lake house. There was one more between there. So we got together with our group. We're part of a society that recreates the Middle Ages. It's kind of like the Ren Fair, but a little more legit. Think less of king and queen getting scripted in, and think more of 250, 300, 400 pound guys in like quarter-inch thick steel armor with 1.5 inch thick non-hollow rattan like swords beating each other almost into like unconsciousness for the crown. So it gets pretty intense, but of course there's rules, there's regulations, and everything like that. Anyway,
there's other stuff to do like arts and crafts and
there's arts, crafts. There are
just fellowship in general.
Fellowship. You've got the
a market, all kinds of different food stuff.
Yeah,
when you go
so
to
much
Pennsic.
food stuff. You've got the winers, you've got the brewers that make their own mead and their own ale and bring it in here. The merchants that have anything from leatherwork to armor, and
honestly, the blacksmith armors and stuff, they got the prettiest.
They really
like, work.
do.
They put some work into that.
I see all of these things. I see just a standard cross guard for a sword, and I'm just like, I can hammer wood together. Like, can I do that? Just have a solid wooden sword? No, it doesn't work like that. There's got to be a little more structural integrity than that. So, anyway, we are, our particular group is a bunch of pirates, as it were. And we have our own little faction within these pirates because there's a large, fleet? The Pandemonium fleet? Or, no, it's the Pandemonium fleet and the Chaos Armada, right?
Chaos Armada. The Pandemonium fleet is part of the Chaos Armada.
Right. And one of our good friends, actually his sister, is working towards hopefully getting her own sort of ship in the fleet. But until such time, we're sort of just a group of friends
She's trying to remain separate, so that way she doesn't have to deal with any of the political nonsense with Pandemonium. Right
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so completely separate faction, not part of the fleet at all.
We're staying a paper boat in the mud puddle.
Yes, we're a dinghy. We're just a little dinghy. So our group, we've got like 12 members at this point, and I think like 10 or 11 of us made it on the trip.
I think it's 10 right now.
We're at 10? Okay, so, and that's how many...
We just dropped a number.
Oh yeah, we did drop a number. But that's a story for another time. But we ended up going, we decided just after the holidays to rent out a bed and breakfast that had its own...
Bed and breakfast?
No,
it was a house.
It was an Airbnb. It was Airbnb, but still.
It was a house condo.
It was a house condo.
With a beautiful lake view. Unfortunately, they won't let us come back because apparently stuff broke that we don't recall breaking.
Yeah, so, I mean, and even in not recalling breaking, I guess...
I was sober the entire time. What makes you think I'm not going to remember breaking something? Or something getting broken?
And I don't get sloshed. I don't like getting sloshed. I like being completely in control of my own actions. Thank you. But... Anyway, we're not allowed back there anymore. So, we went to this lake house, and it was really nice. It had a small man-made lake outside it, and
man-made?
I think it was man-made. I don't know. It had that road running across it to another portion of it on the other side, and
people put bridges over stuff all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there was this small lake out back, and so
beautiful lake with a duck named Howard that would always harass my dog out.
Yeah, we took Lucy with us, and the ducks did not like her, particularly Howard the duck. Not sponsored. And
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag. So, it was really nice. It wasn't anything major, but it was a weekend of just 10 friends just hanging out, having a good time. We had a holiday gift exchange post-holidays because... a lot of us are usually anywhere from hour and a half to 2 to 4 hours between all of us. Where we are currently is kind of the midway point.
I think we only got 2 hours max between all of us now.
Well, because we got Tori and Jean up about
2 hours and 30 minutes away.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours. And
Alyssa is only 2 hours.
About an hour and a half. And then
Mandy and CJ is not far from them.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Inside of 2 hours.
So yeah, all inside about 2, maybe 2.5 hours on a bad traffic day, but we're kind of in the midway point right here where we are, which is nice because we
Charlotte,
like
North Carolina.
Woo! We like to bring everybody in for events every now and again, and it's not a lot. The apartment that we stay in is not huge, but it can definitely house everybody for like a weekend. So we spent the weekend out at this lake house and had our gift exchange, and it was all very, very fun. It was good-natured fun too. That's something that a lot of people our age don't really come by that often. Is good-natured, just good, clean fun. I mean,
like we played Magic, we played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Just various other board games.
People getting drunk because they can. Legality reasons.
Yep, legality reasons. But it was a really nice vacation. I hope we get to do that again sometime.
Stuff like that. I would like to prefer stay away from the beach.
Yeah, being out of the beach as long as you have, it's a bittersweet.
I have lived 19 years of my life on the beach. I am good. Mountains and snow, please.
Mountains and snow. I grew up in the mountains and snow, and I've never gotten tired of it. So I'm never going to. I like going to the beach. I do, but I would also much rather just be able to, I don't know, walk outside in the dead of night, look up, see a bajillion stars, and just like hear wood sounds around me instead of smelling like a marsh.
Well, we don't have marsh smells.
All the beaches I've been to have had marsh smells. Well, I mean, I didn't actually get
It
to go.
smells super salty out on Topsail.
Yeah, and it's you just walk outside and all of a sudden you feel gritty because of the salt in the air and everything like that.
I just personally don't like the beach because sand, it's coarse, gets everywhere.
Easy there, Skywalker. Alright. Moving on to the next question. What do we got as a roll?
I don't know, what do we got? 20 and a 5?
25? When do you usually go to sleep?
Back when I had a normal sleeping schedule, I'd pass out at about 9, 10 o'clock, wake up around 5 to 7 for school, but I've since not been in school for 3-4 years now.
Mm.
So it's more of a pass out whenever, usually after 10, and really broken up sleep.
Ugh, not fun.
Yeah.
My usual sleeping schedule goes... So if I have to work the next morning, like, I'll usually have to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning throughout the weekend. On Sundays, it goes up to 9, so thankfully Sundays, hey. But on days that I have to get up at about 8 o'clock in the morning, or about 7, I will go to bed usually around 11. I'll go to bed around 11. I'll fall asleep around 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock. It really depends. I put on a movie because I like having, like, some sort of white noise in the background. And then and then I'll make the mistake of putting on a movie that I like, and then while I'm trying to go to sleep, I hear a particular part of the movie that I like, and then I'll just kind of open my eyes and I'll just stare at the screen for a few minutes, and then before I know it, the movie's over. It's 2:30 in the morning, and I gotta get up in 5 hours.
Yeah,
But-
I usually watch stuff like conspiracy theory TV shows and stuff when I've got to go to sleep because
Conspiracy theory shows will make you think.
I like them. They make me think. They exhaust my mind, which will cause me to pass out.
That's good though, because otherwise, if you're anything like me, like your brain goes 9 billion different directions while you're trying to go to sleep.
It does, but I have ways around it.
Yeah.
I've mastered the brain of the Calixto.
You find ways of just taking things that are obscure that you have to think about, and you just focus it in on that, and all of a sudden, by the time the conspiracy video goes off, you're just like, just gone, and it's but
The Earth is round. We landed on the moon. JFK was shot by 2 people. The Russians are not involved. America's just stupid.
yeah, for sure.
I just triggered so many people in so many ways.
You know what? It's hard to be on YouTube and not trigger one person or the other. You can't be.
You know what? You can get this haters anyways. You know
Yeah.
what? Haters, you got an issue with it? Come fight me. 1v1 me on Minecraft.
What? Not Fortnite? We're not doing. We're,
No,
No.
get Fortnite out of here.
nah. We'll chuck Fortnite out the window.
Yeet. Yeet.
But otherwise, on days that I don't have to work, I will fall asleep anywhere between about 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then
That's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Living life on the edge, evil Cleveland.
Yes, living on the edge, and I love it and I hate it because all of a sudden I wake up and it's like noon or 1 o'clock, and it's just
I
like,
can't sleep past 11.
ah, God, you're lucky. If I do not force myself to get out of bed, I will just lay there for the rest of the day. I'm really glad you're here for that reason. Otherwise,
I have a natural clock. I will wake up at 11 sharp if I'm sleeping. And then I have to be up for 2 hours from 11 to about 1, and then at 1 I can go back to sleep.
Well, that's good. I mean, I think we skipped the afternoon nap today though, which is good because I love sleeping so much, but at the same time I hate it because all of a sudden I sleep too much and I'm like, well, there goes my day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up all night.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up all night, and now I have to work tomorrow. And how is this gonna work? It's gonna suck.
All right, let's do one more, and then we're gonna end the video.
Yep, because
Yeah.
we're at about 24 and a half minutes at this point. So what do we got?
31.
31. Question number 31. Wet your bed?
You know, I haven't wet my bed since, like, I was 8 or 9.
I can't remember the last time I did. Like, it was so long ago, and it was...
When was the last time you peed yourself in public?
I don't think I've ever actually peed myself in public.
I've done it once.
There are a couple of situations that I run into at these medieval events that we do.
Would you consider peeing in a public pool, peeing on yourself in public?
No, because you're not just peeing on yourself in public, you're peeing on everybody else that just has the misfortune of being in the water.
Golden showers!
So
Hashtag demonetized.
Yeah. Whoop!
Make
There it goes.
monetize again.
Yeah.
Oh, Night of the Eagle. Egg is on.
Sweet. Dead by Daylight?
I don't remember him at all.
I don't know.
It's okay.
So at these medieval events that we do, of course we've got men walking around in tights, and that's A-okay and everything like that. But
Tights.
Tights. And whenever you go to bed at night, there are, especially if you're camping, you will end up just, it can be very cold, it can be very hot. It's a coin toss depending on which event you're going to. And
wow, it's going to be cold at night usually, sometimes.
yeah,
Like a couple years ago, it was relatively comfortably warm.
It was really nice last year. It was
cold last year.
well, I mean, I personally liked the cold.
2017, wow, it was quite comfortable.
Oh yeah, it was.
It didn't get below 45, which was really nice. Ooh.
It is, because otherwise, whenever it comes down to it, you're sitting there and camping either in a mundane tent that you can just buy off the shelf, or you can get a canvas tent and everything like that. It looks like these wonderful white canvas pavilions like you would see in Harry Potter or something like that.
They're usually Civil War reenactment tents.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much the same concept from medieval Europe.
Now, the one issue of doing these events, and much like you would with anywhere in camping, we don't go take a leak in the woods, unless it's like that dire. So wherever you're camping, you have to either make it all the way down to the bathhouse. We only have one bathhouse that has plumbing, what do you want me to say? Whiz? Or just I don't know.
Urination?
Pure urination. Pure adulterated
In a wonderful
emptying of the tank.
world of urination.
So you have to find the bathhouse in the dark, or you have to go and find the nearest porta-john. And
Porta potty to the rescue.
oh god, if we didn't have those, I would have lost my mind and my shit at the same
You know,
time.
my favorite thing about porta
Demonetized.
potties?
What's that?
Getting into it right after they clean it out.
Oh
freshen
god,
it
it's so nice.
up. It does not
Otherwise-
smell.
It's difficult because we've got these 200-400-pound guys in armor
who
that
eat
are
nothing but carbs and protein.
carbs,
and
protein, and then there's a
They-
significant amount of alcohol in these places too. So
blow
it's
it
just like,
up. They leave the toilet seat up instead of putting it down, so that way I can vent out the ventilation tube, and it just reeks.
every second of going into a porta potty is a gamble. So it's the middle of the night, and I almost lost it. I saved it just barely, but I don't just wear tights. I wear unitards that go all the way up to my shoulders. So I'm sitting there, like, in the freezing ass cold, and I'm trying to, like, get the unitard off, like, before
Pinch it and use one hand.
It's just like, yeah, I can't even do this anymore. And it's just, I haven't had that bad of an issue since I was about 12 years old, but it was a mess, or it was almost a mess. But, yeah.
Coming in clutch. I'm not going to talk about my public urination.
Coming in clutch? You clutching?
I'm not going to talk about my public humiliation and shame because it was entirely too close.
That's a story for another time. But yeah, we'll probably be doing vlogs like this at least a couple times a week if we can manage it.
Most likely a couple times a week, if not with more than just me. I'll probably get in more often, hopefully every day. That is a general goal that I want to get going, an everyday upload. If I miss a day, obviously I'm too busy, too tired, or unmotivated. It happens.
We're going to work on that. But thank you guys all for tuning into the video.
Check out the links below.
Yes.
We got some awesome people, sponsors, Nerd Culture.
Yo.
They do some awesome things. I can show you some awesome things later on camera.
We'll do a video at some point, just sort of showcasing everything that we have here that we've made. I'm one of the creators of Nerdiculture, and but we'll do a video at some point, just showcasing some of the things that we still have here. We'll pull up some photos of previous purchases and everything like that, because it's. I really want to say it's quality work. I run off of the artist issue that I cannot appreciate my own work enough, and people have started loving it to the point where I'm starting to look past that. So we're really hoping you guys like the things that we do. But until next time, we will see you in the next video.
As always, stay dark,
stay rainbow,
and always do idiot things. Disclaimer: I'm not responsible for idiotic actions. Have a great day.
This is a Juul, not sponsored, and do not start smoking. It is.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Yes, that. Later.